killed the end dragon again, and I have wings. This is how that went.
Bottom, the ground. I'll be a ground team.
Arn, how many arrows do you have?
I don't have.
Just get on with it!
On my sticks.
What the frick?
That's twice.
Oh my god.
Ah, Chaos got it.
Tasty duration
I'm
3
slow 'cause
rockets.
I'm nervous.
Oh yes.
Hi, how are you?
Come on, Jen's way too nice.
I was
Like,
right.
what in the world?
I did smell an end city.
Yes! Yes! Come to Papa!
No, not up.
You're kidding me.
No,
This
not
one's already looted. Son of God. No! I'm gonna call it, guys.
It's not worth it! It's just not worth it! Goodbye, everyone. I'll remember you all in therapy.
The next day.
I'm just gonna kind of keep hanging out this way, hoping that we're gonna find something. I've kind of decided I just need an elytra. Shulker shells are awesome. We'll wait on that another time. And I've kind of come to the conclusion that good things don't come to those that wait. Good things come to those that are very impatient and forceful and full of spite. So we're gonna give that a shot and see how it all works. Because holy crap, like I want to be all.
Hello there.
Well, we'll find out if it has a boat. I want more shulker shells. So yeah, with that, we also decided on a new project. Where's the rest of the skin? Where's the rest of the skin? Way better. Wait, hi, I'm construction worker somebody, better known as OSHA Compliance Guy. We're gonna take a look at people's starter bases and decide if they're OSHA compliant or not. We're gonna start with Pat's base, and the 3 questions we need to ask of every single base is it cute? Is it sexy? And is it OSHA compliant? And I gotta say, looking over here, this is quite OSHA compliant. Everything seems to be up to code. Pat's area seems very well managed and well trimmed. He has safety features and railing, even his small deck. It's only a meter drop there. He still has a safety feature of a little guardrail to prevent you from falling over. Mobs can't hop up from that direction. It seems like a pretty safe detail here. I will be honest though, there is a glaring issue. That is not enough support, but I do love that he is attempting. I believe that if he adds a pillar going down here that then connects over to this, it'll be completely OSHA compliant. And I cannot imagine anything here that is unsafe to the average person on the server. Nothing at all. The staircase is a little steep there, but maybe add a little bit more safety features, a little bit more stained glass to prevent people from falling off. I believe this is BMA. Once again, very solid. He has his support structures in. The framing is all done correctly. Seems to be a small gap in here that's compromising the integrity a little bit. That'll need to be patched up. This is quite a narrow little walkway on these sides. I believe adding in a little safety feature of maybe some stairs with some fence posts going around would make this a lot safer. And DDN's base. A little bit of a steep drop-off off the front slightly, but the walls on the side do add a lot of protection, natural protection from the wind. If a tornado came through here, he'd probably be fine. He seems to have a structure over here that is, let's say, unnaturally supported. Would want to add in a little bit more foundation and support to this, but otherwise is doing okay. And the actual house itself, very well supported all the way around by natural earth and land, which means it's very, very solid. Not going anywhere. I think this is very, very well done, DDN. Up next, Lurchy Lurch. We're not going to count your shop. We'll let that one be excused. All this right here, I've never seen a sniffer's nose move before. That's awesome. Over here, though, very, very well supported. Very clearly supporting the very top structure, which is quite large, with stone and additional framing from the cherry fences and wood. Very well taken care of. Very, very well supported. I think this meets all criteria for it to be naturally supported and to be able to be considered a safe structure. Very well done on this part. We have a few more things with Lurchy Lurch to check out, though. All right, Lurch, I'm sorry to say it, but I don't think I need to explain why having 4 giant rockets with ropes propelling your base for the season is slightly an OSHA violation. You need to get this thing grounded or a protection pad underneath. Maybe add a balloon in, just so if it does descend, it descends slowly. I mean, this entire structure is it's just ready to come down at any moment. The second you run out of fuel, or one of them runs out of fuel, you're just going to start going another direction. I don't know how you manage to balance this perfectly, that the rockets aren't continuously propelling you in the air, but it does look really good. But I gotta write you up for this infraction, man. All right, big guy. I think the house is very well done. I really do enjoy it. The only issue I have with it is It's floating on wool. And fun fact, but I know it might seem like it. Wool doesn't float. It'll sink once it's absorbed with water. So, I do like what you have going on here, big guy. I think it does look good. I love the copper. I love the detailing. The acacia with this is such a gorgeous look. This is going to sink in the ground any second. It's going to go to the very bottom of the ocean. I don't think that's a good move or a good look, man. I think possibly providing a little bit of a support flotation device. Maybe put in a big life raft underneath. Might be able to keep this up at least. But yeah, this needs some form of support. While discussing places that are in the middle of the ocean, I think we have to talk about Arin, which... No idea what that's about. But Arin, I don't think I need to... So, the houseboat, I gotta be honest, very well done. I think you do need air underneath for it to count. Because this raft, I think, is going to sink from the amount of pressure on it. And I don't think I need to tell you why having multiple cubic meters of lava on a wooden raft might not be the best move or idea. This is going to go up in flames and then down in water fairly quick. Other than that, though, very well done. Actually, I do see what your plan is if your open fires and lava on this do catch fire, this right here being made out of bamboo most likely will float. And I love your princess bet. We'll be right back. Hold on. All right, Arin. You're still going to have this whole thing catch on fire most likely, but it'll go down with style now. Now, I will be honest, a giant lily pad as a base is just something that's able to be very natural, makes sense. Lily pads float. I'm going to be honest, though. I haven't seen too many lily pads support full-size trees and things made of multiple meters of iron and obsidian. I believe this lily pad will begin sinking in the middle. I'm surprised it hasn't already. And it might go underwater soon. So, while I really do enjoy this, Horsecraz, I do believe your base is going to go underwater and be somewhat destroyed if things continue on. So I do recommend maybe adding some supports or picking something that's not so fragile. But it does look good. We're now moving on to Deb Starter Base. Deb, long time friend of Intrinsic, old member that is now returning. Honestly, up to code. Your framing is all well done. Everything's well supported. You ensure that everything, like, look at the detailing with the trap doors there supporting everything. This is a fantastically well-built house. And I really do think this is up to code. You have a proper foundation going around. Everything seems to be well placed and inset. Everything has its supports. Very, very well done. Very well done, Deb. Now, Jen has taken a very unique approach to a starter base, and that starter base is simply a corral for animals. Okay, cool. And I think this is very well done. It's a box that has animals in it. Okay, this is a violation. You cannot just trap people inside a small confined space with no option to leave. In all fairness, I do believe I should evaluate my own starter base. I believe I maybe should have even started with mine to be able to lay a little bit of a groundwork of what we're doing with this. But I think we should take a look. First off, I really do enjoy the presentation I have with the villagers and ensuring their safety and just in making sure that they are going to be protected from the outside world at any costs. Another aspect I do like is this stair. The stairs are clearly supported by chains and making sure the stairs will not collapse, and leading to two beautiful builds that are very well established. But I will admit and recognize in myself that I have committed an OSHA violation, and the fact that these platforms are not well supported, and that will need to happen later on this episode to just ensure the safety of those on the server, because someone being underneath one of these as it collapses would be absolutely detrimental to them and myself. So I do need to be careful with that, but I gotta give myself credit. The chain supporting the staircase is very well done, and the villagers being safe while working is a bonus. Up next, Chaos's base. Very natural staircase going up. I will admit, though, I am slightly concerned. There is some support here, but what if it collapses? That has me a little bit worried. But everything seems to be fine here. We do have to check the inside of your base. That's an infraction right there. Any mob can get in and just ruin the time. Very well supported. Oh my. This might be one of the best supported bases I've seen. That's a Hobbit hole style. Everything has proper fencing, posting, ensuring the posts are well supported with stairs, slabs, logs going across to ensure. Very, very well done. Very well done, Chaos. Oh, Can we just talk about this roof? I've never thought of this. That is good looking. Another one we need to look at is Tile's train station. Tile, once again, another long time friend and fan of the Intrinsic server. Your railroad does need a little bit more support, I do believe, but the station house itself is very well supported. Everything seems to be in order, properly supported. That's hilarious. The roof is very well done, has natural supports leading into every little bit. Everything here seems to be very well supported. I might recommend a little bit extra support for this extra section. I can imagine this falling off the front one day if it's not properly secured in the back. So that little extra precaution might be very well done, but this is absolutely well done and gorgeous. I got to give you credit. Can we talk about how good the builders are this season? I got to take classes. Oh, I got to take classes. All right, and we made it over to Arctic space, a little bit outside the spawn area. I will be honest. I don't believe chests can support this massive structure. I do believe that might be slightly problematic. Bonus points for having cats nearby. Negative points for if this falls down, they die. I hate to say it, but I see a lot of OSHA violations here. This would in no way, shape, or form remain standing. I'm really sorry, Arctic. You're a very good friend of mine. I'm really happy you're able to settle in the cold biome like you naturally have to, but I do believe there's a lot of infrastructure issues here that would need to be addressed. So I'll write that up for you sometime and give you a list of things you can work on. All right, up next is Aeronautic, who he's doing a lot of live streams this season. If you can't see anything, find anything from him, but I like this little hunter's lodge. It's out in the middle of the by the woods, not in the middle of the woods. Lakefront. Everything seems very well supported. I do believe it'd be wise to add in a little bit of area out here so you don't fall on the ice, but I have to rate the builds for Osha Compliance, not the surrounding area. It's very, very well done. Natural ventilation. Don't know about that in the snow biome, but I'm not here to tell you how to treat your workers. I'm just here to make sure the law is enforced, and it seems like everything here is fine. And right nearby is Miss Cottage, which is extremely well supported. Some things are just sitting on dirt, not well-established ground or stone, but it has extra supports nearby with fence posts, so the corners are logs. There's a lot of integral infrastructure here that's just going to make this a tough build to knock over. I think this is a safe location to be, and I think of the starter bases, this is entirely acceptable and passable. Very well done, Miss. I love the way you did the roofs, and it definitely works out. Everything here seems very nice, well-built, and solid. Congratulations. All right, and this is Crimson's base. I think everything here seems pretty all right. You have some ground underneath, but I'm going to be honest, floating ground's not enough. Frankly, this entire structure and village should be at the ocean floor. For some reason, is not. I do recommend getting something to make this a little bit more buoyant and float a little more. I do love your natural water pads to be able to have this natural and beautiful farm structure, but I do think it would be a wise idea to potentially add in a little bit of well, makeshift raft or a little bit more air pockets underneath to ensure that this thing stays afloat, because you'd hate for this all to go to the bottom of the water. But very, very well done. And I think the prize for the farthest away from spawn itself goes to ETS Mine, who has a very unique base. It's mostly outdoors. He has a small little area, and we'll start off here with the villager area, which is I gotta be honest, keeping your workers trapped in a 1x1 area seems a little archaic here. There's not a lot of options. There's not a lot of breathing room or wiggle room. They can't really stretch their legs out or take a seat or even go to bed. So I do believe this has got to be an OSHA infraction, and a safety feature that really does need to be implemented is giving them a little bit more options to move around. You also seem to be committing, I'm an OSHA Compliance Officer, not a Peter representative, but I do believe there's a mild issue with this monstrosity here. Also, I believe they might all be sick except for that one. That's not my rodeo. Over here, however, you have a bed in a wall that seems to be fine and well supported. It seems to be a natural cliff face, and you haven't modified that at all. This house right here appears to be on some floating dirt. I don't know if you realize that when you put it together, but it might be a good idea to put a support beam underneath this to the ocean floor just to make sure that's supported. Maybe a beam going down with some branches at 45s going out. And then there's whatever this I'm gonna go with demon spawn is. Oh, you have okay, at least so you have 2 people in a 25 square meter area. The rest have 1 square meter, and these have 5 beds. I understand you have a little bit of biasy possibly toward these ones as favorites. Oh, and when they have children, you drop them down. Okay, so there's some mild issues, I would say, with this, and you have some just trapped here in the water. I believe human feet are not supposed to be wet for this long, so I do believe there is what I would call multiple atrocious infractions here. But I will be honest, I do love the roof. I love the use of stripped logs. It's very rare I find stripped logs used well for something like this. You did a fantastic job on this part. The rest is crimes against humanity and villager kind. And as an Osha Compliance Officer, I do need most of this fixed. All right, and last but not least is my dear friend Swan NC. And I will be honest, as looking around here, it's all very well established. It's all on the ground itself, it appears. There's no real clear area where there would be a potential. Even right here, he added in cobblestone, so it's not sitting on just dirt, loose ground. It's very, very well established. But we will point out the one flaw here, which is the fact that Swan NC lives here, and Swan is notorious for dying. Physically, a player cannot fit through here, but you do need to have it safer because Swan will manage to suffocate inside this area, and that's going to be a negative. Inside here, absolutely gorgeous. I love the moss. It really does genuinely look good, my friend. But there is one slight concern. I think you're allergic to happiness in the outdoors, and I think that combination right there might be a little bit dangerous for you. Also, I do notice that's a steep drop into water. I don't believe you know how to swim because I do believe you repeated first grade and don't fully know how to read yet, so safety signs aren't even an option. We need tall, tall walls that you don't have access to get to the top to, because if you get to the top of any of those walls, I know you're going to fall to your death, friend. I care about you and I love you as a brother, but I do believe if you stay here for more than 30 seconds, you're going to die multiple times, so I do recommend being slightly safer and maybe putting up some guard walls and getting yourself some floaties to be able to ensure your safety, friend. But otherwise, if anyone else lived here, 10 out of 10. But because Swan lives here, maybe a -1 out of 10. There just needs more safety features. Now, this was all just in good fun. I love all the people I get to make content with, and these are all some of my really good friends, and I really am happy I get to do this with them. So down in the description, there's links to everyone's things, and go follow, subscribe, all the stuff you need to do. I would really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun, and I'll see you guys next week with another episode. Thank you.